Welcome to our Rolemaster Actual play session. Twilight of the Old Order is a campaign set in the world of Duyranaki, the continent of men. In this gritty, cutthroat world, politics, religion, and commerce are all intertwined and reign supreme. Characters need to be both smart and ruthless to survive. We hope you enjoy our story, and, as always, may the dice roll in your favor. This is episode 149 of Twilight of the Old Order. The Twilight Party have again picked up the trail of their foes, the Committee for the New Age. We rejoin our heroes as they've begun to investigate an underground complex in the spider-filled woods. Hello, I'm Chris, otherwise known as GM Chance, and welcome, a hearty welcome, to our story. And that story is Twilight of the Old Order. This is the tale, the next installment of the tale that we, collectively, will be weaving for you this evening. Here are our heroes, here are our champions. These are the characters that are in play in our game tonight. In a moment or so, I'm going to hand over to the players of those characters to answer a character development question, just to flesh out a little bit more about their alter egos, and just come up with some things, perhaps about their past or their likes or their dislikes, etc. Sometimes with some of these recordings, we go to, right about now, we go to a pre-recording of the players, providing a deeper dive into their characters. If you're wanting to see one of those, go back to one of the previous episodes. Before we jump in, my habitual sincere thanks to our subscribers, the people that comment, provide tactical advice, thoughts, ideas on the rules, and just general enthusiasm for this game. This is, as I say regularly, this is our hobby. This is something we do for fun, and we are delighted that our story is being greeted with enthusiasm and people are enjoying it from all over the world. So thank you for your comments and your general support. What we'd say to anybody else who's perhaps come across this one of these recordings for the first time, or maybe you've watched one or two and you're kind of sitting on the fence, we really would like a like down below, or even better, a subscribe. A couple of seconds from you clicking your mouse really does help us, and it does help the channel grow. It helps other people like you find our content. We'd also say as well, tell your friends. Rolemaster, the system that we use, is an old system. It's an old, crunchy system dating originally back to the 1980s. And for a number of years it languished. There weren't a lot of people playing it. There still aren't a lot of people comparatively playing it now, but perhaps you're watching this because you used to play it back in the day. As a thought, maybe share this video if you're enjoying it with some of your old Rolemaster buddies, some of the people you might have played with back when, long before the idea of being able to record and put things up online was ever a thing. Right, enough from me. Turning now to the stars of the show, we're going to be hearing from the player characters to introduce who they're playing tonight. And this evening, we kick off with Anthony. Anthony, take it away, please.
All right. So the question I'm going to answer tonight is, how does your character feel about the different races they've encountered? So in his journey so far, hasn't come across too many different ones. Obviously, a lot of human, a lot of half elves being a half elf himself. I guess probably the race he hasn't enjoyed so far too much was this half spider, half person type thing, which spat a whole lot of acidy type thing and wiped Askell out. So yeah, he's feeling fairly indifferent towards that race right now. But otherwise, most other humanoids type races, he's pretty good. He would like to catch up with some little people at some point, but yeah, hasn't as yet.
Oh, you did come across a halfling in the in-between, if you remember. He had no trousers, if you recall.
Oh yes, good. Yes, amongst other things.
Yes. Marvellous. Thank you very much, Askell / Anthony. Who would you like to hear from next, please?
I'd like to hear from Giles.
Thanks, Anthony. So the question I'm going to answer for Yotto is, has your character ever stolen anything, and why do they do it? So the short answer to that question is no. Yotto is a follower of Dio, not deeply religious, but religious enough, and theft doesn't really fall into his sort of lexicon of things to do. Having said that, he's spent a considerable period of time essentially living rough, sleeping in the wild. He's not loaded down with tons of gold, and so has eaten food that is not his in order to survive. But I think in Yotto's mind, he doesn't kind of think of that as stealing, but the more supercilious of you might. So that's Yotto.
Excellent.
And maybe I'll pass it over, Star, to you.
Okay. I was going to say exactly the same thing, but quickly going to do a different question. Okay, what is the most luxurious place Jada has stayed in? Pretty much anywhere, because she grew up in an austere environment, so she had nothing. So every day, wherever she is, it always feels like luxury.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
Graham?
Graham, sure thing.
I'll answer a question for Severin. What does your character consider the greatest achievement? Staying alive, I think. That's just a, episode by episode achievement. Other than that, I think probably one of our most successful ventures was probably storming the apartment of Torvash, whatever her name was, and Twillia, and that one, it's very unusual. Sometimes off camera we make plans and then watch them very quickly fall apart the next episode. That was one of the rare occasions where actually the planning paid off. And while it didn't go exactly to plan, it kind of, the beginning bit really came together and worked. In fact, we nearly nailed her with the first shot. But yes, so that was a good one. That was one of those pleasant instances.
Apart from Gray got his soul sucked. But
yeah,
yes.
Well, but we got him back.
We did. Yep.
Oh, it could be worse. And then turning to Tenya, has your character ever stolen anything? I should say that while Tenya is our resident sneaky person in the group, she's not a thief. She's actually come from fine background and is used to finer things in life. And while she, is very, very quiet and very good at hiding herself, she doesn't really use that to steal things. Having said that, we are adventurers, and as is the way of adventurers, they tend to smash the way and kill everyone and then ransack the place, and we're no different, I guess. And we picked up a fair amount of stuff along the way, but I wouldn't call us thieves, and I wouldn't say we'd necessarily stolen anything as such, not knowingly. We might have ransacked a mage's tower and taken his stuff, but that was he was asking for it.
Had it coming. He did. Excellent. There's one person left. Pete.
Be me. Thank you. For Nicholas, I'm going to answer. Where is it? Oh, I put it in the chat, didn't I? what is the most luxurious place your character has stayed in? So I got 3 on that list. So, and I suppose they just get more. Oh no, they don't get more luxurious. But he's from a very humble background himself. And so when he first joined the group in M.E.R.P, that was all very well and good. And the first place that they went to stay when they got back to Jebairima was the palace in Jebairima, which was extremely luxurious. And I think Nicholas was quite sort of bowled over by that. That's probably the most luxurious. It's large, and that's a big free city. But a luxury of a different kind was when they were in the swamps and they found their way to Melanas, the elvish city on the Blessed Isle, which sort of was a refuge after, a bit of a debacle, really. And it was luxurious in a different sort of elvish sort of weirdo way. I think very beautiful, but sort of in the middle of the swamp. And then I think finally their accommodation in Jebairima recently at the Great Bazaar Lodge was quite a lovely place to stay as well. He's liked all three of those were the best for different reasons.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Let it never be said that your GM is not kind and benevolent and likes the characters to sleep in luxurious silks and enjoy fine food and drink. Occasionally. Very good. Well introduced, well met. That's the team. Named, and I was going to say shamed, but we're not shaming anybody here. These are heroes. These are legends in their own, well, I don't know, in their own lifetime, but certainly perhaps in their own imagination. That's their names. Those are their images. You've just heard a little bit about each one. This is the time in our game where we turn to our scribe, who also doubles as our rules lawyer, and I'd like to point out rules lawyer in a positive way. Rules lawyers in tabletop RPGs often get a bad rap, but not for me, because Pete does a great job at checking up rules very promptly. But we turn to Pete, who is both our rules lawyer and our scribe, to give a quick précis of what happened last session. And last session was quite a while ago. We were meant to play in between, and for various reasons we didn't get to play 2 weeks ago. So it has been a bit of time. So please, others, if you want to give Pete a hand, if he's struggling a bit, please jump in. Pete, I might be able to assist with some images, perhaps. I'm not going to jump back to the prior map with spiders, etc., because it'll take too long to load. But I have got the map of where you are now. So yeah, Pete, go for it.
Thank you. In fact, I think we might. Perhaps you could give an explanation of that to orient us to that map at the very end. Perhaps.
Yeah, sure.
Cool. Thank you. Cool. So our last session started in the middle of battle with the spiders. So we're near Rascaret, on the southern continent, and we came down this sort of narrow canyon to try and find Torvish Papillus and his party. Came across a very weird wood of northern temperate trees. Very odd. In the midst of which there was a sort of a curtained off area, curtained off by spider webs, very thick spider webs. It seemed to be all the way around. So we'd made our way in there and got a bit stuck in a web, and sort of had spiders had come for us, and we'd been in the midst of battle. We managed to kill two more of the spiders there, and then two sort of that were wounded withdrew behind us, which I think, as Askell noted, was like, keep an eye on them. And yeah, so we then decided to push ahead by smashing the webs, which we know probably was going to attract attention, but that was the way to forge ahead, and we did anyway. We made it into the next open space, which was considerably larger than the one we'd been, and sure enough, the ones behind started to close in, and we were just like, watch out for them. Made it into the open space, and there was a number of bodies there, and sort of movement of more spiders over to the side. It was open to the sky, and in sort of around some bodies, and round sort of in the distance we could see ruins of a building, and in the jungle or in the forest, covered in webs as well. We made our way over there because that's where the trail seemed to go, of the people that were following Papillus' party, and as we went across, there was, I think, some more bodies by a lake, or by a body of water, as well as some strange sacks, some spider sacks hanging in a tree, and we didn't quite investigate them because we didn't want to get too close to the spiders that were sort of moving in that area, but perhaps some more enemies' bodies in there. We entered into the ruins. The path, the tracks of the group that had come before us seemed to split, and we chose to take one direction. Isn't that a band? And went down into sort of a hole in the ground, went down under the ruins, basically. And that's sort of where we've started. We've explored with the Whispling, in the underground ruins beneath, but we feel a bit more secure that we're hopefully out of this. I mean, there's still webs down here, but we're feeling a bit more out of the eyes of the spiders for the moment. That might be a false sense. Yep, I think that's where we're up to.
Great. As always, Pete, superb narration, and particularly considering it was a while ago. One comment from me with the spiders that were closing in behind. Jadar, I think was last, and I think Yotto was just in front of her. They were very lucky just to get out, because the spiders they weren't right on their heels, but they weren't too far behind. And because you're moving through very, very thick web, quite constrained and quite challenging to move through it. So there were a couple of lucky rolls from Jadar, and also I think it was Yotto who was out, just in front of her. That's exactly where you are, and your request was that I fill you in on what you see, what the Whispling sees. Could you maybe describe for perhaps new viewers, Pete, the bane of the GM's existence, please, which is your Whispling spell?
Oh, no, here's a little plug. Do get your ears on, everyone. Where is it? So what Nicholas was able to, very luckily, thank you to the GM, obtain a spell list called Greater Elemental Summoning. Within the rules, but as I think you made a point recently, perhaps not within the spirit of Nicholas. Although,
anyway,
the observing nature, where he likes to watch people, that sort of functions like him. So one of those spells is to summon a Whispling, which in the case of for Nicholas is associated with a particular element, and for Nicholas this is gravity. And gravity for Nicholas makes sense because it's logical and constant. It's forceful and sort of controlling and determined, and its nature, in the book, it actually says the nature of the element gravity is to dominate. So it's imposing its will on other things, like mentalists do, or mentats do, which is what Nicholas is. So that's why gravity is the element that is associated with Nicholas. His little Whispling is a little ball of gravity that's transparent, so very difficult to see. It's 2 to 3 inches across, and he can control it when he concentrates on it. It can only move 100 foot from him, and he cannot hear through it, he can only see through it, but it is a bit like a drone, and quite annoying for the GM.
Yes, quite. So, actually, I was just looking at what that would look like in size. That's 2 inches, you can't really see that's 2 inches there, but my drink bottle lid is slightly under 2 inches. So it's this kind of size, this little floaty thing dancing around, but hard. It's not impossible to see, but hard to see. So yes, indeed, that is Nicholas's character or avatar on screen with a lantern. It's not Nicholas; it's actually Nicholas's Whispling that is there. So you've sent it down, and the rest of the party, if you remember the stairs that the Whispling came down, were looking pretty rough. So a part of the ceiling has collapsed. They're looking pretty unsteady, and a lot of stuff had caved in, and it was the stonework was not in great shape. The other thing you noticed even before the Whispling kind of got in was everything here is just a little bit bigger. So the stairs, they're not colossal, they're not giants. Whoever built this place, they're not like 50 foot tall, but their gate is bigger. The steps are just a little bit deeper than perhaps would be normal for a normal human. The doors that you come down are just a bit bigger than what you'd be used to. They'd stand, probably another 4 or 5 foot on top of that. You've come down into an underground, not surprised, an underground complex. It's quite well lit, as you can see here. Why? There's a burning brazier here, you can see. There's another burning brazier here and another one by sides. A slightly damaged looking door. And then there's another brazier here. The scene is one of age and ruination. There's dust and dirt and filth, leaves, etc. I didn't mention leaves last time, but there would be quite a few leaves piled up and scattered around. They're not on the screen, but there would be quite a few. And Nicholas has sent out his little drone a bit forward, and there's junk and ruined and old tattered banner. Now, don't forget, Nicholas, you're viewing through this big, and I'm being relatively generous, being able to show the screen to everybody else, because of course you're quietly whispering to everybody, hey, this is what it looks like, and I can see this, and I can see this. Of course, we are doing a bit of linked stories about what you're seeing in translation, but hey. There's an old tattered banner down the end. The other thing I was going to say was probably what the whistling can't see a lot of detail. It doesn't have great eyes. But you'll get the general idea. One thing that is missing here is some blood stains. There are some blood stains, fresh blood, here, and here, and going over here. There's also, you can see on the screen, a couple of skeletons. Down this side, there are indeed cobwebs. Quite a lot of reasonably thick cobwebs, not nearly as thick as you saw outside. And those go down with 3 pillars down the back, and there seems to be a gap at the back of this stairwell. So there's the stairs that you've come down here, and at the back of it, that's come down like this, and it appears as though there is a gap in behind there, or there's a corner there, put it that way. You've sent the whistling again in this direction. And again, more broken stuff, aged, mouldering old boxes. There's the remains of what appears to be one of the braziers here that's in pieces on the ground. There's bits of pottery and jars, etc. And you've sent your drone in probably about as far as you can get here. And there is a room here that's semi-collapsed. So this wall has come down. The doors are fallen in. You can just make out the door inside, the doorway there, and then the doors just lying there. In fact, how about that? It's just nicely picked up for you. And there's a bit more webbing inside there. And further down here is, it didn't show up, but it is, there is another door here. It hasn't shown up, but there is another door here. And there is a wall at the back of this room. I might just have to do a quick GM check on that in a second, just make sure that we're all good there. And then also down this side, there's less light down here. There's also appears to be a corner going down around the stairs as well. Bearing in mind you can't see a great deal from here, that's, there's probably not a lot more you can pick up, but any kind of qualifying questions from Nicholas yourself, and I won't take questions from others because they're not actually in this room.
Actually, Nicholas is going to ask, just a question about the corridor that Nicholas is in and the rest of us, but also, is there a trail of blood coming down the stairs?
Not obvious, not without any perception roll, no.
Okay, but there's definitely a decent amount of blood in this room.
Yes.
Cool. Okay, so right. Nicholas would say he thinks there's something that's caused bleeding in this room to happen attack. Yeah.
And by that door, is that right?
there is blood here, and then it's whoa, and then there's splotches of it over here and so on. But yeah, some by the door definitely. All right, Nicholas, any more qualifying questions from you? Nope. Okay, if we're all sitting comfortably, if you're all ready for adventure and bloodshed, horror, and mayhem, let's start the game. GM is just going to check the map for a second, so I'm going to go back to that screen, have a chat amongst yourselves for a second about perhaps your plans, and I'll then go around what each character wants to do in a sec. I'm here, but yeah, just have a chat while I just fix something here.
I reckon before we start planking around, it might be good to send the whistling off just to see how close we are behind people we're trailing. Because if we start crashing open doors or setting things off or God knows what, or get into a fight, that could attract attention. So it'd be good to know we're out of earshot, I reckon, before we... Because there's a couple of side doors there. Obviously that one on the right is a little bit ominous.
We'll need to get further down because Nicholas has got is at range for the whistling at the moment. So we'll need to move in a bit further. So
correct.
I reckon if we go down that far end of the room where we know there's a passage leading on, or maybe a couple of people just see how far we can look down there. Because before we start smashing things or setting things off.
Yeah, we probably all want to go down there, don't we? And sneak around the corner.
Well, I reckon maybe the whistling, send the whistling out ahead, and maybe what if Tanya and Nicholas go and just keep it quiet, and then there's no point Severin trying to keep quiet, and the rest of us sort of huddle out to the bottom of the stairs or something.
I think we should just all move to the bottom to where we can see now anyway. Is that the first move?
Yeah.
Yep, sounds good.
Okay. All right. You head down the stairs. If you remember, it was some 40 foot up. So it goes from that angle there, up 40 foot, and then turns a corner, a very sharp right-hand corner or left-hand corner, depending which way you're going, and then up another, say, 40 or so, and you're at that corner. You move down about 20 foot, and then there's definitely a lot more rubble and bits of the ceiling and quite uneven footing. And also looks potentially risky about some more coming down. And I'd like everybody, please, to make a maneuver check, just moving an arm up, or an agility check. I'm just after. It's not too serious. I'm just after a light maneuver, just making sure you put your feet in the right places. And all I'm interested in is a fumble. So if everybody can make a light roll, and then modify that by basically no fumbles. Give me a roll.
Man for Nicholas.
Looks good. How are others doing?
Whoa, blimey. Some of us very well.
Okay.
Using up all the good rolls too soon.
Tanya and Askell just floated down the stairs.
Excellent.
But they didn't even touch the floor.
Here goes our 100 roll.
I know, sorry, used it up. That's it for the next 3 months.
And 97. Oh.
Luckily, it resets every time.
Did anybody fumble? Is kind of my question. Whoops.
Trouble being 1 or 2, right?
Fumble being 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Ooh.
You add agility to it, right? So
Oh
no,
yeah.
No. If you roll a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that is a fumble, and you roll again, and you roll down.
okay, so Yotto fumbled.
Okay, give me a roll, please.
Why did I ask?
62.
What was the actual roll?
5.
5 minus 62, multiplied by his agility, please.
13.
Not serious, Yotto. You basically put your foot down, and there's a kind of a crack, and it kind of the stone that you're on shifts, and a piece of another stone that's kind of attached to it shifts, and you pause for a second. A bit of dust comes down from the ceiling, and you think, "Oh no, I'm just about to get the ceiling on me." You don't. You pause for a second. You fail to act for that round. Give me another roll for your next round, please, Yotto.
Yeah.
58. You're fine.
68. Yeah.
68. Cool.
Cool.
Great. So all of you assemble up to you exactly where, but assemble at the foot of the stairs, again kind of looking somewhat nervously over your shoulders at this crumbling ceiling behind you. Bring that character out there. There we go. And that character there. There we go. Now, I think you guys are a little bit tall. That's right. I had to shrink you down a bit. Some of you are. There you go. And we'll bring Askell through as well. Oops, no. So you're not exactly necessarily in this room. You're huddled in this area, basically in the archway. What do you do?
Oh, Nicholas likes to do a listening perception because Swiftman can't listen, so he thinks that he'd encourage others to.
Yeah, sure.
Yep. Me too.
Give me a roll, please.
16 for Nicholas.
Mm-hmm. And what's his perception?
39.
You can't hear anything. There's the crackle of braziers. They're relatively loud. You can hear them. There's also this kind of strange hum or shift or shimmer. It's been throughout your time in this wood. There's something just odd about this place. Enchanted, perhaps, is a word that springs to mind. It's just a bit... Yeah, there's kind of a... less of a noise and more of a sense. But in terms of anything else, no, you don't hear anything, Nicholas. Anybody else doing anything?
Yeah, I'll do the same.
Okay, give me a roll.
7. So this is Tanya. Sorry, 70 plus 81.
No. Again, same as Nicholas, you don't hear anything.
Okay, on. So will Yotto, Chris, but he wants to poke his head out and have a look around too.
Sure. Carol?
19. 48 plus 48.
Remember, it's masked.
Oh, yeah, good point.
Looking out, yeah, you notice a bit more about the stonework. It's not this. This is quite rough and ready, and kind of behind this is what you'd see, except it's really, really beautifully made stone. Marble, perhaps, and beautifully cut. So not a what's on screen is not a particularly accurate representation. It's been very, 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 whatever this place once was, it's been very, very, very well built. There's a layer of plaster over the stone, and there might perhaps, Yotto, you see, might perhaps have been paint on some places of it. It probably, perhaps in its day, was actually quite colourful down here, but you're not sure. Other than that, yes, you indeed see some blood as described. Yes.
What about sending that whistling on?
Happy to do that. So would like to send the whistling up probably the left side. Is that the clearer side of without the spider webs?
Yep.
Yep. So sending it up the left side and wanting to go to the past, well, to go but behind the stairwell.
Sure.
Behind the stairs. Please.
Now, for some reason, just as a heads up, when I'm on 3D cam, as I am now, and I move into a tight space, the screen will kind of shudder and judder. So just bear with me. I'll just need to move through. You'll see it in a second. So, like that. It just does it. I don't know why. Yeah, so you get a, you're able to see this definitely within its range here, and you get a good look inside this room. It's about the same level of light. It's dim inside here, and of course your eyes are human, Nicholas, so you can't see a huge amount. But there are decaying barrels here. There's leaves and stuff. There are more spider webs here, as you can see, and mostly just kind of rubble, caved in rubble from a ceiling that's come down. And again, just more rubbish and dirt and dust, etc. here. You can see the remains of the ceiling and the remains of the wall here, and the doorway. No door is here, and the door is lying on the ground. Other bits of wood, etc. You continue the whistling your little drone down here. Yes, there is a door. Certainly appears closed there. Well, it is closed. There's more rubbish, etc. here. You turn a corner, and perhaps to no one's particular surprise, you see the light of braziers, etc. around here, and the whistling gets around the corner, and indeed you're looking down the other corridor.
Oh, apologies, I misread that. I thought there was a entranceway out the back here. Okay.
Well, we couldn't see, so we had to assume, but we didn't know. The whistling can't discern the detail if either of the doors have been pushed open. So if there's detritus and stuff on the floor, we're trying to figure which door people have been through.
Tanya will do a tracking.
The whistling can't. There's not enough light in here, and its vision isn't that good. Certainly down here to see anything to do with that door. And in here, this door has. There's a good amount of light in here, and probably even Yotto could see when he peered out. Yes, there's some dust and dirt and leaves. What relatively fresh pile where it looks as though this door has been opened, and it is probably not as badly damaged as that, but it's definitely not flush into the door frame.
Would a tracking roll provide some more information?
Of course you can try. From there, how much you'll be able to see, you don't know. You may have to move.
She'll creep into the room.
Okay. Give me a stalk roll, please.
7.
7 plus.
Is it masked? You're going to tell me it's not now, isn't it?
No, stalking's not. So basically, the masked works if you don't know what you've done. So you swing a sword at someone, you can see if you hit them or not. My thinking is you can stalk, and you probably have a reasonable idea whether or not you make noise or not.
134.
134. Cool. Okay. She crunches a bit on some tiles and bits and pieces as she moves. Where does she go to, please, Tanya?
I just want to see if she can discern any footprints on the floor movement. I don't want to get too close to anything at the moment. I just want to get a sense of where people have moved to, from what you can see.
Okay. Give me a tracking roll, and this is masked.
31 plus 67.
31. Oops. Yeah, you get some of the information. People have definitely been in here and been in here recently, very recently. It's not quite all making sense though. If you give it another 30 seconds or so, just kind of pausing and thinking it through, give me another roll.
All right.
Okay, give me a roll. Unless anybody else is doing anything.
24 plus 67.
Masked, of course. Oh, roll again.
$78.
Plus 67.
Yep.
Yeah, look, it's pretty confusing in here, Tanya. You really can't make a great deal of sense of what's on the ground in front of you. People have definitely been in here. You think you've got everything available to you, but it's definitely a confusing scene.
Would you like to sneak up to the to the not right in front of the door, but to the side of the door?
Which side?
And have, well, yeah, the right, nearest side. And without burning herself, listen.
Yep. Give me a roll.
33 plus 81.
Silent as a tomb.
Right.
Anybody else doing anything else?
Yeah, Nicholas is going to cast Presence, please.
Okay. Just need to shrink Nicholas down a little bit. He's getting a little bit too big for his britches. Cool. Give me a roll. You're a little bit small there.
64.
64. The spell definitely goes off. What is the definition of the spell, please?
Oh, so this is, yeah. Caster is aware of the presence of all sentient thinking beings within their range. So not the direction or location, just count. And it's his, he hasn't slept, so he is still 7th level, so within 70 foot.
70 foot. Okay, cool. GM's just going to... That's very helpful. GM is just going to do this, and then do something else. Within 70 foot. Hang on a sec. That would help. There you go. Let's try that again. Okay. You pick up Nicholas. There are in that range somewhere. At least. Does it give you the exact amount? What's the definition again, please?
Caster is. Let's make sure I'm not on mute. A caster is aware of the presence of all sentient thinking beings
All.
within their range.
Okay, cool.
So I assume that's a count.
Yep, all. Yes, that makes sense. You're aware of 4 sentient beings.
Have to be at least aware of 5.
Sorry?
Because it'd be 5 companions.
Oh, sorry. I'm talking in addition to.
In addition?
Oh, sorry. Sorry. So 5 at least. So yourself, 5 others, and then there are 4 unaccounted for.
Okay, within 70 foot of us.
Correct.
Nicholas will share that very quietly with everyone. That could be in any direction, and that could be. We've descended 80 foot, haven't we?
Yes.
Vertically, so not the spiders outside. Okay, cool. Thank you.
Well, that's not worrying.
Gonna switch to. I'm gonna go around others. Anything from either Jada, Yotto, or Askell. We'll start with. Let's start with Jada.
I mean, there's people nearby. I think I'll chuck up a shield.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, sure. Give me a roll.
$38.
38. That spell is successful. Done. Yotto and then Askell. Anything else?
Not at the moment, I don't think, Chris. Thanks.
Okay, cool. Askell.
Yeah, so Askell would like to get out his armor out of his backpack and put it on.
I hadn't really realised he'd been carrying with them. Okay.
Yeah, he's keeping it in his backpack.
Okay. Okay.
Is that what? If Pascal, if that makes any kind of noise, Severin would like to immediately sort of put his arm on Pascal and just say, "People within 70 foot, very, very whisper, very, very quietly."
Could you give me a roll, please, Askell? Just an agility check. I'd call it a light agility check.
It's like trying to eat chips out of the chip packet. 77.
77. Yep.
Is it masked or?
No, because you can hear and see this.
Oh, yeah. +8.
+8. Cool. I think with a roll like that on a light maneuver, yeah, you're golden. You're fine. You very quietly take out its leather armor, correct?
Yep.
Okay. What armor type is it? Is it 10 from memory?
Yeah, 10.
10. Thank you. Okay, I've just changed your thing in my little combat tracker thing. You've taken it out.
Yep.
Are you going to attempt to put it on?
Yep.
Okay. Could you?
Maybe you could go back up. Severin suggests maybe going back up the stairs.
Yeah. Haskell's happy to tiptoe. He was pretty cat-like.
Okay. Again, going over the rubble, making sure you don't.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Give me a roll, please.
35 +8.
35 +8. So with the first rolls coming down, you didn't. No one explicitly said they were sneaking, so you did make a bit of noise when you came down. You weren't thunderous, but you definitely weren't silent as you came down the stairs. There was some rock crunching, etc. 38. Yeah, you scramble back up, Askell. You go further up. How far up do you go to put on your armor?
He's happy to go up to the top.
Okay. Okay. When you say the top, do you mean the intersection, or do you mean out into the ruins at the top?
The top of the stairs, the intersection. What do you want?
The landing.
The landing, if that's the
Okay. Cool. He goes
official
there.
title.
Yep. Goes there. Puts on his armor. You're some 40 foot away. You're reasonably quiet while doing it. Any other actions from anybody else while Askel's doing that, please?
Tanya would like to sneak the other way, not down towards the webs, but just round the corner to the passage that goes to the left of the stairs, that way. And again, just do a tracking move to see if anybody has moved down there. I appreciate this area is confusing. If she'd like to sneak over there and just take a look and see if anybody's moved in that direction.
Cool. Give me a roll, please.
7
It's master course.
plus 67.
Plus 67, sure.
Oh, that's for drinking.
No.
No.
She doesn't gain any more a bit more blood this way, perhaps. But
There is still. So there's recent movement up here too.
recent what? Sorry.
The same amount of confusion as elsewhere. Then, so people have been up here too recently.
You really don't know. You just can't. No, you're not sure. You don't think so. You're not sure. Maybe.
But there's some blood.
A little bit. Yep.
Well, that would be yes then. Okay. She'll do another perception.
Mm-hmm.
See if she can hear anything.
Sure thing. Is she going any further?
No.
Okay.
Not for the moment.
Cool. Give me a roll.
83 plus 81.
83. Hang on a sec. 83. Cool. Plus 81. She doesn't hear anything.
Okay. What do you think, people? There's live things very close to us. Are
I think we need to go to a door, open it, and see what's on the other side.
Tanya has a spell on her bow, which might be useful in this instance. It's intuition, so she can cast it and get a sense of what will happen if we do something.
Oh yeah,
I've never used it. For some reason, never got around to using this GM, and I'm not sure how you play that.
What's the definition of the spell, please?
I'll just have to open up the spell book.
Asko, you've now finished putting on your armor. If you're wanting to come back down.
Mm-hmm. Yes, you will.
Okay. You come down. Can you head over the rockfall again, please? Another light maneuver.
82.
82. Yeah, so this time on your way up, you didn't do so well, and you definitely, there were some rocks that that definitely made some noise, but you're reasonably quiet. Not that you said that you were sneaking, but you were sure-footed enough not to make a lot of noise, and Asko, you rejoin your companions.
Caster gains a vision of what will happen in the next minute if they take a specified action.
Caster gains a vision of
what will happen in the next minute if they take a specified action.
What will happen? Interesting. That's a really tough thing to give to a GM, because who knows what's going to happen.
That's why I asked you.
Yeah, nice.
I guess what I'm interested to do is, before we open the door, cast that spell with relevant prep from her bow.
Yep.
And get some idea of what happens if we open that door.
Okay, cool. So you prepare and then cast?
Yep.
Okay, give me a roll, and then give me another roll. Give me a roll.
58.
58. The spell is indeed successful. Do you have to touch? Oh, okay. So what is your intended action? What is your next action? Or your
So
action?
the intended action is to open the door.
Which door?
The one with the blood by it.
Okay. What will happen if you do that?
Mm.
One more time for the definition, please.
Caster gains a vision of what will happen in the next minute if they take a specified action.
Okay. I think that's a really powerful spell. I'm going to give you, not exact, but I'm going to give you, if not full sentences, a bit of an idea of. I'll tell you, because are you going to? I suppose you're going to pass it on to the others.
I suppose yes, but I suppose it's what I see, isn't it?
Yeah.
It specifically says vision.
Yeah, a vision. Sure. So you. That's a really potent spell. You open the door, and let me just describe it to you. But I'm just going to do that so the GM can see himself. So firstly, when you open the door, it's definitely awkward to get open. Like it's a bit stuck. The door's a bit damaged. The first thing you see when you open is artwork, which is weird. And light. There's more brazier light inside there, and you're in a long corridor. And there's death in the corridor. Very old death.
Okay. Tanya will sneak back and whisper that very, very quietly to one person who can pass it on. And that's 4 minutes, so nothing runs down the corridor if she stays there for a minute,
Nothing.
Right.
So you would ask if the corridor's 70 feet long, or how long did it look? Because if there's nothing there, then there's no sentient beings in that direction for at least 70 feet, right?
No. How long
Which would suggest the other four are through the other door or deeper in the room somewhere.
It's a corridor that runs. Hang on.
It run away. From
No,
the,
no, it doesn't. I'll show you. Hang on. How many times can she cast the spell a day, by the way?
I think it's 3.
So
yeah, times 3.
Yep. So the corridor is approximately 80 foot long, but it runs like this. Hang on, I'll just bring it back to the screen. There we go. And so you guys can see. It doesn't run that way. It runs lengthways, this way.
Both directions?
No, it's a single corridor, and it doesn't run across like that. It runs down.
Right, okay, so you turn left and go down the corridor.
No, you can turn either left or right and go down the corridor, same corridor.
Right, so I meant, yeah.
Both directions, yes.
Both directions, yeah. Okay. Well, that information then, so I think we can ascertain that the Griblies, whatever we're sensing, is not there. Do we want to investigate the rest of the room and the other door? Or just go through the door, close behind us?
Hang on, were there no doors off that corridor in the vision?
She didn't quite pick that up. Wasn't quite sure.
But we should go through and have a look around, right? We know it's relatively safe. Can anyone check for traps?
But we know there's no traps on the doors. They would have been set off when she opened it.
Yeah, but we didn't walk down the corridors. I'm wondering if the corridors are trapped. Is there a check traps or something?
But we know that there's some creatures within 70 foot of us. They're not that way, right? Probably.
Yeah, so we should go that way and have a look around. Yeah.
What I'm saying is, yeah, but do we want to find out what, do we want to locate what is near us, or do we just want to press on?
Do you want Tanya to cast it if we open the other door behind us and see what's behind there?
We haven't been down the end of the room yet. They might just be lurking in there for all we know. Who knows?
You could cast it. You could cast it from where she's standing now. In a minute, she walks down to the other door and opens it and goes through. What would happen?
Okay. Yep. Yeah. All right. We'll do that.
Okay. Give me a roll, please.
Oh, 78. Took us time. Oopsie.
Spell goes off. What's the rate? So, can you give me the range of the spell? And I want the whole thing again, please. I know you read it out before, but
It's area of effect is the so caster gains a vision of what will happen in the next minute if they take a specified action. It's called intuitions. Area of effect is caster, range self, type I.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So it's an intuition. So it's not. I don't know if it's a vision. So Tanya sees herself going up and opening this door. This one here, I'm assuming you're talking about.
Yeah.
And inside, and it opens relatively freely and relatively easily. Well, hang on. Yeah. Inside is fear and bloodshed and people. Either she's a bit vague on numbers, but it's either 3 or 4 people, humans.
And
know what Torvesh Papillus looks like, Grant?
What do they look like?
It's a bit vague on that. They're definitely humans. They're male.
And were they facing her?
Yes.
Well, there's a good chance they know we're here. And what about the environment that they're in?
Small, cramped, dusty, filthy room. Very small.
Okay. 4. Okay. She will
3 or 4, maybe 5, but not less than 3, not more than 5.
And presumably they would, in that minute's time, they would attack?
It's unclear, actually. You know that you definitely know that there's fear. There's a very, very strong sense that she gets.
All right, well, she'll pass that on. Very quietly to the rest, saying, okay, there's 4 to 5 people behind that door. Unclear who they are, but they're human. So they must have come in, we assume, with Torvash's party. Not clear whether they're going to attack or not if we went through the door. but then they may not even know that obviously who we are, what we're about. Given they were facing the door and they're in a cramped space, good chance they know we're here. So we probably ought to deal with them, right? One way or the other. The good news is we've obviously can prep what we plan to do. So I suggest that.
Ball.
Which way does the door open, Chris?
I see. The door opens towards you, out into the room that you're in.
So we could have someone who opens it and steps aside behind the door. We could train some archers. I suggest we just attack, right? I mean, it seems very unlikely that. Well, I mean, I'll take some feedback on whether we would or not, but we could put a couple of archers on there to fire in, and then we could prepare some spells right between us. What kind of spells? Who's maybe asleep? Will be. What do you guys got?
Only 20 power points for a start.
Right.
For Nicholas. So,
Okay.
I mean, the report was that there weren't prisoners with them.
There
With the
were
Russians.
prisoners.
There weren't, were there? I mean,
No, I don't think so.
So they might have taken some from the village. We didn't ask. We don't know.
True.
So I think just if they're soldiers, I think open free game.
Do we have any way of making fire? Can we smoke them out? So if we can light a fire behind the door and just pour smoke under the door into that room, they're going to be in deep trouble real quick.
We'll just as lightly smoke ourselves, though. We're in a pretty confined space. The other thing too is we're trying to creep up on our adversaries. So I don't know. Yeah, we don't want to. They don't want to. We don't want them to smell smoke either. Yeah. Okay. So we open the door, and if they're soldiers we attack, if we're not sure, we may parley. So I guess my two characters would probably aim some bows at that door. What about the rest of you?
I mean, Nicholas can do a sleep spell.
Yeah, but if he's low on points, then that's a
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he can be the door opener if needed.
yeah.
But,
So what about the rest of you? Would you be swords out, or maybe either side of the door? That would be quite good.
Yeah, I guess Yano could set himself by the door, prep adrenal strength, and then once you've had a look at the inside, if anyone comes through the door, he'll smack him with his hammer.
Yeah, sounds good. And
Askell will have his just get his cutlass out. He's ready to defensive position, attacking position off to the left or right.
yeah, so one of you either side. That sounds quite good.
Yeah.
I guess it would be good to know if they've got missile weapons or not. I guess we'll maybe not. I don't know if my vision extends to that, but Jada.
Yeah.
We're just doing a rough plan of what we could do if we open that door.
I'd like to be hiding behind your wall. Preferably in the middle, surrounded. Or off to one side.
Well, if Nicholas is off to one side with either Askell or
Oh, I'll go with Nicholas.
or maybe you could be off to the other side.
Yes, please. Yeah, I'll do that. Cheers.
Does that sound like a plan? Chris, did I get a sense of these people, the humanoids? Were any of them holding bows or crossbows?
They're holding weapons, you know that much.
Right. I don't remember what shape they were.
No.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Better take cover then too. Can I just have a look at the surrounds around the door? Is that possible? Or maybe a top-down view? Is that permissible?
No, we won't do top-down for various reasons.
Okay.
It just might be a bit awkward for various reasons, but that's
fair
from
enough.
what you can see.
Okay. So there's room either side of the. Oh, good. There's a pillar there. That's what I was after. So there's a pillar either side, right? So if Severin stood behind one of those pillars with a arrow pointing in there, and then Tenya was on behind the other pillar with her bow out, pointing inwards too, would that work? Yes, it would. Okay. And then there's the room either side of the door for 2 people.
Yeah, you'd have to kind of move some garbage and stuff away, but yeah, there's room here. And just here, yep.
Okay. Does that sound good to everyone?
Perfect, yeah. Yoda will plonk himself next to the arrow, not by the boxes. Hammer out, adrenal strength primed. Basically, anyone who comes out through the door, he's going to pop him on the head.
Okay.
So Chris, I think we'll move in. We'll move in battle order as we would. With certainly, my 2 will have bows with arrows notched as they walk into the area, and I guess they're looking around as they approach.
Okay.
I think my 2 will do their best to be sneaky. I'm unlikely that Severin will be, but we may as well make an attempt to do that.
Okay, cool. So, one question from me, and then I'm just going to take first character, then second character, then third, going in. First question is, Nicholas on screen has got has got a lantern. Do you have it in reality?
We do have a lantern.
Do you have it lit? You currently do. Do you have it lit going in there, is my question.
Do we need it? How dark is it in there?
Humans would struggle. It's getting quite dim. Elves, etc., would be better, but it is quite dark in there.
Do we throw a torch in there? Could one of you guys do that? Like, if one of you opens the door, if Nicholas, you're going to open the door and step out of the way, Yotto, could you take a lit torch with you and throw it into the room so that we can see them, but they might not be able to see us?
Easy.
So get a torch prepared.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do you take a lantern as well?
Well, what do you think? And should we have a lantern at this end of the room somewhere? Just pop it down so we get some visibility.
So
Okay. So where do you put the lantern? Well, who's going first is the main question.
Should we go in party order?
Okay. So who's going first?
So that's Severin. I'm sorry, where's that written down? It's probably about back in the chat eons ago. Severin was first. I can't remember who's next.
Cool. Give me a. You said he wanted to stalk?
Who's going to have a crack?
Yeah, sure. Why not? Give me a roll.
Could get lucky. Who knows? 15.
15. What's a stalking?
He doesn't have a stalk.
Negative 25.
Yeah.
Severin, you set off. Crunch, 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 snap, cramp, jingle, 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 jingle. Fair to say you make a fair bit of noise.
No, I imagine. I'm going to the right of the pillar, by the way.
Which that one?
No, we'll obviously move together, but he's the other side of the pillar.
Yeah, which pillar?
He'll go towards the far one, and I think he's interested in poking his arrow at the moment into that dark recess.
Okay.
But he's not going to move by himself. I think we'll go as a part.
Realise that. Yep. Cool.
Yeah.
Who's going next?
I think it was Tanya. Severin and Tanya at the front, was it?
Is it? Okay. Okay, she'll do the same, but go to the near pillar, but use her eyes to scan the whole room as she does.
Is she stalking?
Yes.
Give me a roll.
She might be more successful. 22.
Okay. Plus something pretty good.
Yeah. 134.
Okay, she goes there. Who's next?
I think Nicholas is. ceiling. Nicholas will go and join Severin, and once everyone else is in place, if he's got the lantern, he would take direction of where to put it. Do we want it on the boxes behind us, or up near the door, or what? I reckon just on the boxes to the side.
So there.
Yes, Severin.
Will that help light up the? I was thinking maybe closer over to the door, so it doesn't necessarily. So we keep the pillars in shadow.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yep. So towards the ruined room's doorway.
Yeah.
Yep.
No. Avert your eyes, please. Actually, what am I doing? I'll do this. Cool. Search Nicholas. Dump Nicholas without a lantern. Done. Delete. Lovely. Shrink Nicholas down. Lovely. Okay. So, Nicholas, that is not where you're standing. That is where the lantern is, which is where?
To the left. To the left. Yep. Keep going. So near the ruined room's doorway. Yep. Perfect. There-ish. No. Sorry, not that far. Not going into any rubble or anything. Just He'd be looking to Severin and getting a nod from Severin. That's sort of shedding light onto the doorway, and then he's sneaking. He would then go back round past Tanya to go and wait with Severin until everyone else is ready, and then he'll move up to the door and open it.
Okay.
Once everyone's in place, he is sneaking.
Give me a roll, please.
Well, sneaking-ish. 40 plus 31.
You're quieter than Severin, but you're not especially quiet.
Yeah.
There's a lot of rubble here. It's fair to say it's really hard to be quiet here. Tanya, you weren't especially quiet. There's lots of stuff to break and stand on. Who's next?
Must be Jada.
Great.
Yeah, I'll be standing next to Nicholas very quietly.
Give me a roll, please.
Not standing on all those noisy pavers.
Okay. Give me a roll, please.
Oh. 1 second. It is 75.
Plus, what's her stalk?
Stalking is plus 26.
Oh. Yeah, pretty hard to be quiet in here. I mean, you're not massively loud, but you're certainly not quiet, Jada. You hit up here.
Big feet.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Big heart.
Big heart, that's right. Oops-a-daisy. Oops-a-daisy. Hang on. Boom. And then lastly, Askell and Yotto.
Yeah, Askell, just up to the left of the pillar.
To here. Yep.
Yep.
Cool. And Yotto?
Gonna go and stand next to the door with a torch. Nicholas was going to open this door, right? I'm not quite sure he's going to do it from where he is, but
He's gonna. Well, he was just want to go be in the safety of Severin's company until everyone was in place, and then so as Yotto's moving up to his position, Nicholas would move up too.
so. And as Nicholas opens the door, I think the plan is for Yotto to throw the lantern into the room.
Torch.
In the torch. Thank you, into the room, in the hopes that we, distract, blind the people in there.
Okay.
Well, they also will be able to see inside, but they'll have a darker view of the outside.
Okay.
Great.
Okay.
And then, of course, it's a general strength.
And he's prepping a general strength. Cool. Done. Any other preparations? Nicholas, you're going to move up. Anybody else going to make an action? Do an action?
So, obviously, Yotto's got his hammer out.
Cool.
Yeah, weapons and shield out, of course.
Severin will do a adrenal strength as well.
Cool.
And if kind of asked Nicholas if he'll sort of signal, 10 seconds before he is about to open the door.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to cast?
I'll just prepare something in case something happens.
Okay, we'll wait for that. Tanya would like to crouch behind her pillow with a bow trained at the door, but only just as, with as much cover from that pillar as she can muster. Likewise, Severin on the other side. So I think the intention would be open door, have a quick look, take a shot, and then if you choose to take a shot or not take a shot, and then retract back.
Okay, cool. All right. Tell me what happens now. You've made all those preparations. Spells are ready. Weapons are ready. Adrenal strength, etc., has been prepped. Any other actions I should be aware of?
Also, you don't have a silence spell by any chance, do you?
I don't.
No.
Okay, so Yoto's going to wait for Nicholas's signal. Then Nicholas presumably is going to pull the door open, and Yoto will throw the torch in as the torch in as the door opens.
Nicholas, once the door, Nicholas has got his shield, and he will open the door and then immediately move right back to the corner, if he possibly, back to the side. So he's approaching from the right-hand side of the door, so not from in front of the door.
Yep, it's going over here.
Pulls it open with the door between him, but yeah.
You do need to, Nicholas, move some detritus and bits and bobs out of the way. It does make a bit of a noise as you're doing it.
Right. Sure.
Just before we do this, actually, I have to point this out to Nicholas. Yoto can be maximally prepped, can't he? Because we're not in rounds or anything. So he'll prep to use the shock bolt that his ring has.
You can't prep both adrenal strength and a shock bolt at the same time. You can do one.
Well, no, the adrenal strength is not a spell; it's a skill.
Sure, but you can't. You can't.
Fine, in that case, he won't. That's fine. He won't bother.
You can't prep both. You can prep one or the other.
Nicholas will just look around and check that everyone is ready. Once he gets a nod from people who are needing signal from him, he'll just go when it's the right time.
Okay, so just to check, everybody is happy with where they're standing. Tell me if not. Noted. Jada, are you there? Askell, you're there. Okay, no one's making any changes. I've taken that you're taking cover, Tanya, as is Severin. Done. Cool.
We'll also keep the door between him. Of course, he's not showing himself, any part of himself. Yeah.
And Nicholas, you open the door.
Can I see where I am again? I'm not in the line of the door, am I?
Yeah, you're yeah. As I just
hiding.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You're right there.
Okay.
Door opens. Oh, it does even open out the way. Okay, so it's open the wrong way. It's actually gone towards you, Nicholas. So imagine it swung exactly the same way, but towards you, Nicholas. And so Yoto, you can see in. Nicholas, you can't. You have a piece of wood in front of you. Severin, you can see a bit into the room, and so can Jada and Askell and Tanya. And this is what you see. Let's go copy. Go clone. Damn it. Who would be able to see directly? Severin, Yoto.
Presumably can.
Sorry? No, because you're just literally chucking the torch in, correct, Yoto? Tanya, Jada, So Severin, you can't see much. You can only see in on this angle, and there isn't an immediate target in there. Others inside. Tanya, you definitely see from that angle there somebody that looks like this. And anybody else? That's probably all. Hang on a sec. This map is just not playing ball.
You'll ask for actions, will you?
Yes, I will. Yep.
Yeah.
I just want to get a field of view. Oh, I wish it didn't do that. No, not quite. Okay, so at this stage, Tanya, you see, so it's open that way. Nicholas, you're obscured. Yotto, are you looking when you throw the torch in, or are you? Just need to know what you would see. Would you see any of this, Yotto? Are you just simply throwing the torch in? Are you looking and throwing the torch in?
You're on mute. Still on mute.
Okay. Better yet, I think we do go into rounds. There you go. Much better way of doing it. Initiative. We're off. So it is
with arrows on strings. Does that affect it?
Yep. Oh yes. Thank you. Hang on. We'll do that again. Should have asked for that, and I didn't. Severin plus 50 for initiative. Tanya plus 50 for initiative. Thank you. Severin, bizarrely enough, you get to go first. You get to go
this
first.
Is novel.
It is. It is very novel. From your perspective, what do you see as the door opens? If we do Severin Cam, you're there. That's what you can maybe just generously make out a figure there. But you look inside. There's cobwebs inside. There's barrels. There's an utterly filthy room.
If there is a target and I recognise as a soldier, I will fire on it, but it doesn't look like I can see it.
You can't.
So he'll take an opportunity action, and if a soldier moves in there, he will unleash an arrow.
Done. Tanya is next. Tanya, from your perspective, you can... If we go to Tanya Cam... You are here, and yes, you have a pretty clear shot on this guy here. He's got his spear out. He's not looking particularly happy from what you can make out. He's kind of holding it with one arm. And he's you just see this round face of terror inside. What do you do?
Shoot.
Cool. Give me a roll.
She'd also like to say the word soldier.
Cool. Done.
She does that. So yeah, she shoots. 31.
3-1.
31 plus 116.
Cool. That is a very good 10 in a C puncture. Roll the puncture, please.
$44.
44. You hit him across his upper arm. He yells in pain and surprise, whatever, and you think he's bleeding a bit more. No additional hits.
Right.
Next up, and she has 50% left to act. What does she do?
We'll retract back and reload.
Check back behind the pillar.
Behind the pillar and then reload.
Done. Cool. Jada, you're next.
I'm going to go further to the right behind that pillar.
Okay.
Who's standing behind that pillar? In front of me. Who's that? Is that Nicholas?
Severin.
Severin. Oh, okay. You're behind him, not getting in the way. What am I trapped in there? Oh, logs.
Okay. Anything
Oh,
else?
wait. Behind me, is there something? Is it a dead end corridor?
Turns a corner at the end.
Oh, just back a little bit. What's in there? Oh, nothing. Okay. Yeah, there's good.
Okay. This guy here screams something in Thebronic. Those that speak it, it's not a very nice word, and moves. I wonder if the map's going to let me. Moves. Not there. Definitely not there. Damn it. It is impressive. He moves around to the side. I'm going to have to get his counter in a second. He moves, just pointed at the screen. He moves this way. Next up is Askell. Askell, what do you do?
And back.
Yeah. Probably Askell cam about... Yeah, about there. He... Yeah. That's what he sees. He did see a spearman, and the spearman has moved just around the corner.
Alright, Askell will just have his cutlass up and just hold there.
Cool, done. There's more movement inside the room. You hear shuffling of feet, curses. Yeah. General.
Did I see what the guy was holding, Chris?
Spear.
Spear.
No. A man moves out here in line where you can see Askell. Nicholas, that is the light, that is the fake light that I put in there. Moves out to here. Glances. Sees Askell. And fires a crossbow at Askell. I've got Askell's DB as 19, is that right? Any changes to that? And he's wearing armor type 10 now. Hello Askell, you're on mute.
That sounds about right.
Cool.
So how do you get the 19?
Just as DB.
DB. Nope. Where would that be?
That might have changed because he... Actually, it may be different because he has put on armor. Hang on. going. Haskell, what level is he, please?
7.
7. There we go. Defensive bonus. Yeah, so what have you got as for him, Mrs. DB?
I cannot find it on the sheet. Where is it normally?
Oh, we'll go with 19. It's up the top.
Up the top.
Yep.
Alright. I've got armor type 10D. No numbers or anything.
Alright.
The bottom of the defense box.
Yep. Critical coming right at. Here's the D crit coming right at you right now. Cross your fingers.
Oh. Scene plus 24.
Yep. Okay. Exclamation mark. R space D 100. Here's the D. Cross your fingers, Haskell. Lucky. Lucky. Very lucky. Hits you on your hip, Haskell. Your stuns 1 round, and you're bleeding at 2 hits per round. This person then steps, literally matter of a few steps back out of field of vision.
Does Severin get an opportunity action when he stepped out?
Doesn't have the angle.
Okay.
Doesn't have the angle, unfortunately. Tanya would have been able to get him, but not Severin.
Okay.
Severin's got a field of vision this side of the door.
Yeah, just checking.
Yep.
Just checking, Chris. So the only damage he's taken this round is the stun and minus 2 hit points, but bleeding 2 hit points every round. No additional hit point damage.
So he took whatever the C critical was. So he's on 46 hits. Stun 1 round, and bleeding at 2 hits a round. He's got the -5 from the injury at the stockade.
So he's took minus 20 hits. That's what you're saying.
I can't remember what the C was. Whatever I read the C was.
You didn't read it
I
out.
didn't read the C. Sorry.
That's why I was like, did I miss something?
Sorry, D crit. Sorry, it was D crit. Sorry, I didn't read it out.
Just in your head. That was all.
Yes, I thought I said it. Weird.
No, I was like, man, I missed something here. But I'll just check.
No, good.
Seems like 22. If it was 64 down to, what'd you say, 42?
Yes. 46.
46, so
A sec.
18.
18. That sounds right. Sorry, I
Okay.
thought I said it. So 18 and a D in total. Whack.
Cool. All good.
Sorry about that. Next up. That's interesting. Nicholas.
Nicholas would like to. He's going to take the long way around, hugging the wall.
Mm-hmm.
He wants to go back to hide by Severin.
Yep.
And he'll move the whistling up. We'll move the whistling as far into their room as possible.
Okay.
But he wants to be behind Severin, way out of.
Hang on.
Yeah.
Where was the whistling in all this, and how long?
I
has it
didn't.
been?
I didn't. Stupidly, I didn't say. So he's taking. It's that half a round to get half his action to get there, and so it can move 100 foot
Okay.
just to get into the room. No attack or anything. He's just getting it in place.
Okay. But you will get to see what's in there.
Yes, and if he's got action left to talk about that, he would like to, but otherwise, yep.
Yeah, but it's what you want to say out loud. I'm going to show you.
Yep.
Yes. I'll show you, Pete. So if you can quickly join me in chat room 1.
Oh.
jump in now, please. Hello?
Ooh.
All right.
My video thing.
Yep. So you can't see the screen yet, but you will in a second. You can see it now.
Awesome.
Cool. So in this room, which looks like small, very small.
Yep.
Here's Nicholas. Filled with more intact boxes. There are 3 now. Where did my stray soldier go? Actually, just a second. I'm just going to track down my soldier that just went missing.
Oh dear.
I know where he went because he's invisible. Just a second. There you go. Oops. There we go. And there he is. Cool. Yeah, okay. Right, I have recovered him. Oops. So, just about coming back to you here, a sec.
Yep.
And is that a very good angle? Where's a very good angle? There we go. Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, map coming on. So, your little drones come in. There is a crossbowman here.
Mm.
There is a wounded, and definitely wounded before Tanya shot him. Guy with a spear here and an axeman here. And tiny room, lots of cobwebs. Yeah, that's it.
Thank you. So shall I tell you what he would say to... He's not going to shout. He's going to say it to Severin, and I think Jada would hear. Do you want to put that in their chat? I don't know.
You can put it in the chat. No, you can't. You can't. No, you.
I could message them, but it might just be good for it. But yeah, I don't know. Shall I try a message to them? Or I could just say it out loud
just
now.
Say it out loud and no, just say it, Pete. But it is for their action, rather than others. You don't have a lot to speak because you've moved the whistling around. You've had a decent look at the room, so I'd give you a couple of not a couple of words, but a couple of sentences, but not much. Yep. Okay.
Thank you.
Head back into the other room, please.
Cool.
All right. Hello.
Well, hi.
Nicholas.
Shall I say what Nicholas says?
Mm-hmm.
So Nicholas will be saying this, and he's not shouting out loud. It'll be just so that Severin and Jada can hear. He'll say, storeroom, 3 soldiers. Axe, spear, crossbow.
Now, realistically, Yotto, you can't and shouldn't act on the... I mean, really hard for you not to act on the information. Tanya, probably the same, and Askell as well. Okay, that's the end of your turn, Nicholas. Thank you. Next up is Yotto. You have a lit torch in your hand.
No, I don't have a lit torch in my hand. I threw it through the door.
Actually, I suppose you would actually... Yeah, I was thinking that this was your round to throw it through the door, but fair enough. You would have done it... Yeah, arguably... I didn't make that clear. I actually meant that you should have done it this round. Too late.
Okay.
Yep, no...
Also,
no.
I think you're on mute. You're on mute, Giles. I think you were explaining to us what you were doing, and you were on mute. We didn't hear anything about you throwing it through the door.
Sorry. Okay. In that case, it's my fault, Chris. If that's my action for the round, that's my action for the round.
Okay.
Cool.
The question is, I'd assumed that you didn't look. You just simply chucked the torch in. So once you've done that, Yotto, what's your next action?
How much of my round do I have left?
I'd give you another good 80%.
Right, well, essentially what he's going to do is wait, and as soon as anybody comes within smashing range, he's going to smash them with his hammer. And if no one does, so that's opportunity action, and if no one does, essentially what he'll use is the rest of his 80% to fire up adrenal strength for the next round, because it'll expire otherwise.
Done. Cool. Done. Exactly that. Okay. And that is the end of the round. Oops, and we should actually, sorry, how dare I do this without combat music? There we go, that's better. Much better. Next round. Initiative, Severin and Tanya no longer have plus 50. Rolling initiative, and we are off. Jada, you're first to act. What do you do?
Tanya, did you say?
Jada.
Jada, sorry.
Can I go further back behind there? So I just don't want anything coming out of that door to be able to see me or hit me. So back against the wall on the left.
Here?
Out of sight.
About there? Okay. Any further and you're going to start to get into a spider web, by the way.
Oh yeah, just right there's fine.
Okay, great.
Oh, and actually I'll turn around the other way. Or face, not with my back to the door, with my, I just want to be so I can see to the right and to the left in case a spider or something comes out, or nothing comes out of nowhere.
Okay, so you're back to the wall, checking either direction.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Done. Done. Got that. Next up is Giotto. Nothing happened. No one came out last year, Giotto. What are you doing?
He's gonna again opportunity action. As soon as anybody is within smoting range, he's gonna smoke them.
Okay.
He's gonna kind of pray for a bit of smoting. It's very anti-dio, but you know.
Okay. Done. And he's got his back up against this wall, correct? Ready to wallop. Cool. Askell.
Stunned.
Stunned, sure. Okay.
Yeah.
You of course have movement, but okay.
If he's got movement, then I guess he would sort of, where he can, sort of try and get behind the.
So,
pillar.
yep. So stunned is for this number of rounds, the target may not attack. They may only parry with half their offensive bonus. And the only other action allowed are movement and maneuver, are both modified by negative 50.
Okay. Yeah. He'd probably just try to roll around that pillow a bit.
Okay.
Get one bit of cover.
Okay. So to about to here.
Yep.
Okay. Done. Done. Nicholas.
Would like to have the Whispling attack the Spearman. Oh, actually, yeah, the Whispling will attack the Spearman, please.
Okay. So this guy has moved up to. They've traded places. Spearman's here, and the axe guy's here. I don't know if that changes anything for you, Pete.
So Spearman's at the front.
No, Axeman's at the front, right by the door,
Spearman's at the front.
and
Oh,
Spearman's
okay.
poking the axe, his spear through.
Yep. No. Cool. Yep. No. We'll attack the X-Men and from behind, please.
Okay, give me a roll.
Oh, great. 18.
Okay, and it's a plus
90 and a small grapple.
Yes. He doesn't get his shield. Amazingly, even with a very poor roll, that's 3 and an A grapple. Roll the grapple, please.
Oh, how's a 90?
90. Yeah, so you basically distract him, and he's kind of caught up with the shield, and yeah, he's having issues with his shield. No additional damage.
On a 90?
Correct.
Okay.
Yep. It's a grapple. That was your full action? Yes. Yeah. Okay.
Yes, he doesn't really doesn't really want to do, doesn't have anything else to do.
Sure. Okay.
Oh, and actually, sorry. So it's 50%. He would like to do a perception roll, please. He's listening.
Sorry, 50% action. That was 100% action.
Concentrate.
That wasn't an attack.
Yeah, concentration.
No. If you're attacking, it's 100% action.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool.
Yep. That would be a massive freebie to be able to concentrate for 50% and get an attack. No, that's definitely your action.
Okay,
Sure.
cool.
Severin.
Okay. Severin is going to reload.
Mm-hmm.
Can he? How far?
Well, he hasn't fired yet, so he hasn't.
Oh, of course he doesn't. No.
Yeah.
Can he move and fire? What's he going to take? So release an arrow is 50%, right?
Sure.
So I think he'll move to. You see where Yotto is?
Mm-hmm.
I think he'll move to that corner of the door. See if he can get a target, and then move out. Then keep moving past the door. So he's going to try. Can he
Yep.
get on a? Can he see a target in there?
He can just make out this guy here. His shield's down, and he is in cover, so he'll get a very hefty bonus for cover. But Severin can get a shot at him, but it'll be a
Alright.
severe penalty.
Okay, I'll have a crack, and then I'll just move past Yotto, so I'm on the other side of him.
Sure. Give me a roll.
You never know, right?
You never know.
Not with the 28 though. Composite bow plus 112.
Not bad. Cover. Amazingly, even though this guy has got, a massive chunk of stone between himself and Severin, mostly, there's only a little bit for him to be seen. You graze him for one hit, Severin.
Way, look at that. Wearing him down. So then he'll keep moving past, and if I think probably he'll drop his bow there.
Done.
And he isn't able to draw, is he? I suppose he's out of. I don't know how far he's moved there.
That was a very short distance. That was.
If he's got anything left, he'll draw his sword.
Yeah, I'd definitely give you that. 50%. Definitely give you that. No, I think you'd be just on the edge, actually. Moving, drawing, moving, firing, and drawing. Actually, I was a bit generous there because I didn't ask you to find a target, but anyway, yeah, not He has enough to drop his bow and draw his sword this round. That's it.
I'll do that. Thanks.
Tanya.
Oh, of course, the door's open the other side, isn't it? I'm
Yes,
getting
it is.
confused.
It is. Ignore the door. So the door is exactly. Actually, I wonder if I can do that. Hang on. I wonder if I can do this. Yes, I can.
Oh, look at that.
Bang.
Magic.
That's exactly what it is.
So Tanya would like to do a similar thing, except not easy.
Don't know where that came from.
Tanya would like to do a similar thing.
Yeah.
I'm try and get a shot in immediately to Askel's presumably a little bit to the left, isn't he? Than jutting out a bit. And try and get a shot in herself, but not drop her bow, and then she'll move off
Okay.
to the side as well.
So moving around, you don't see anybody here, but you catch a glimpse of someone crouching down behind the boxes.
I'll have a crack.
Taking cover. Yeah, again, very, very, very heavy penalty on cover.
Fair enough. 58 plus 116.
Oops. Oh. I was wondering why you still did him an E critical, because I made an error and your longbow skill is actually 1,116.
Well, that's pretty handy.
Keep using that weapon, bro.
Yeah, it's a good sleep. Right?
Yes. Unfortunately, this time not lucky enough. And there's a thwack as your arrow Tanya goes into the box that this guy's crouching behind. You're over here.
She'll reload.
Okay.
I'm sorry, just remembering for next time, Graham, she's got that oil, doesn't she, on her bow?
Oh shoot! Yeah, I've got an extra plus. Okay. Oil's oil. That wouldn't have made a difference, I take it.
No. That is the end of the round. Yotto, you were holding. Any actions from you for your waiting to attack action?
No.
Cool.
Oh, he's going to redo his adrenal strength.
Cool. That is the end of the rounds. No one has a bow and an arrow on the string. Rolling initiative. Builds up. Yeah, Askel, you're next. You're first up. You're no longer stunned.
Yeah, I think he would probably still move around the pillar a bit, like without sort of getting in Tanya's way, just to gain a bit of protection. And basically just that circle around behind the pillar, just to get a breather.
Okay, sure. Nothing else?
No,
Okay.
not while he's still bleeding.
Okay. Jada.
No, keep the lookout since I'm hiding. I'll just look out for the others. That other door you can see there.
I'm sorry?
See that other door? I'm going to just keep an eye out in case something comes through it.
Which door are you looking at?
Not that way.
So this is what Jada can see.
Where to the left? The other left? Oh, whoa. Where is it? That one. On the left there.
That one there.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Done. Alright. Alrighty. Next up is Yotto.
Right. He's ready to go. This time what he's going to do is use as much of his action as he can to step around through the door, look for a target and smite them, stating sufficient action to then get back under cover where he is now.
Okay.
So I've been looking at this and I cannot figure it out.
Okay.
This is right, I'm sure, but I can't work out how it works. So I think it's something like 25% movement in, 50% melee attack, is that right? If there is a target?
Yep.
And then 25% movement back out. And if there's no target, then he'll simply move back out.
Okay, cool. So he moves in. Steps inside the door. And either luckily or unlucky, or let's go with lucky for Yotto, neither of the people inside the door had a faster initiative, which means why isn't he standing there? There we go.
Oh, you have a point. Didn't think about that. Whoops.
Yep. So very, very lucky Yotto. When you stepped in, the two people that have weapons readied and actually ready to attack at the door were slower than you. Had that not been the case, they would have attacked you as you moved in. But that's not the case. You move in, I'm not going to ask for any kind of perception roll or anything, and you see as follows. You see an axeman, here, this guy. You see a soldier who looks like that with a spear, and then you don't see much of him, but there's someone like that down behind a box doing something.
Who's closest? Who's closest to you?
Closest person is the person with the axe.
Well, he wants to smash him with his warhammer.
Give me a roll, Yotto.
$27.
27, sure. That's it.
And his warhammer skill is 66.
Yep, that's it.
Sorry.
Six. So half of 66, because he's only using half his action.
0.33, thank you.
Yep. Is 30.
You'll need to remind me how adrenal strength works, Chris.
I can't remember. What is it?
I can tell you.
Yep.
I can tell you. It's you need prep. So it only works. You prep for one round. But it has to be taken directly the round after you prepare. So
it's done. That's what he's using.
So if you were prepping the round before, that takes 20% of your action.
Yep. That's what he did. Yep.
And then you roll. At the end of the preparation round, the character rolls a 1d100, adds the applicable bonuses from table 714, which doesn't exist, by the way, I've never found it, and then adds his skill rank bonus. A roll of 101 indicates success, and the above bonus is applied to the next round. Failure means no bonus is obtained for the next round. So if you roll over 101 with your applicable bonuses, you would get a +10 on your attack and double the amount of concussion points.
There we go. Lovely. Give me a roll, please. Add on your adrenal strength, and if you top 101, you get those bonuses.
No. Unsuccessful.
Unsuccessful? Cool.
Yep.
You reach around the corner, you smack this guy's shield. He blocks it with his shield. And then you do what, please, Yotto?
Retreat.
Step back out to where you were. Okay. Done. See you to your round.
He'd like to direct the whistling to. Well, I'd like to ask about how it will work for the whistling trying to smash the crossbow that's being reloaded. The specific targets the crossbow, and I mean, yeah, and the delicate parts of the crossbow, the mechanism and the bolt, or where the bolt's holding the string, or sorry, the yeah.
Yeah, get what you're wanting to do. Look, yeah, I guess you can try on a. So I'll do this, Pete. It'll be an attack. It'll be a. Sec. I'll do. Clone of that. Edit. It's a very small object. It's being currently manipulated, and it's made of metal. So if you want to try to do it, you can roll an attack on it, and if you it's an object like a being. It has a certain number of hit points. If you do it a certain number of hit points, you damage it.
Cool. That's fair. And would that do anything to the reloading time? You know, if this person's reloading and there's something smashing at what he's doing, would he have a delay in his reload time?
You don't know.
Cool. Well, it's
metal and it's a small object. Your call if you want to try it.
Yeah. No, I'm hearing that's going to be a tricky thing to do.
You could probably do it, but how much damage? Well, yeah, your call.
Yeah, it's about how much damage, and these small crits don't do small attacks don't do much damage, so I think that's not the way to go. He'd like to attack the crossbowman instead with it.
Okay.
And it's going to be doing the bash attack, not the grapple attack. So 17 is in a small bash.
Okay.
Sorry, bonus of 70. Yeah. Cool.
70 and a small bash. Just coming. And roll the dice, please.
63.
63. Yeah. Remarkably effective. 7 and an 8 crush. Roll the die.
Oh, one off. 67.
67. What a shame.
You're 66.
Yeah, you whack him in the upper chest. He yells in pain. You do him 8 hits, and yeah, you think you hit him. You think the whistling hit him pretty hard.
Awesome. Okay. Thank you very much.
You have a better attack bonus with the grapple, but the bashes do more damage.
They do, yeah. I learned that the hard way. I was expecting a 90 to be like at least something.
No, they're pretty feeble.
They're pretty feeble, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Thank you.
There is general cursing from inside the room. Tanya, you're next. You are over here. Hello, Tanya.
Sorry, talking to myself. I have shot 1 arrow.
2.
2 arrows. Yes. Okay, so I've got to reload this turn, I think.
Yes.
And I will do that.
Cool. Done. Lovely. 7. You're right behind Yotto, who you've just seen very bravely step into the room and miraculously step out of the room.
Now, I was going to step in the room, but then I realised that I won't have my shield with me.
Correct. Where is
So
you'd have? Where is your shield?
over by the pillar.
Yep.
The approach that I made
Yeah.
to get here,
Yep.
I only saw which guy did I see? I saw the guy.
Oh, you saw someone just inside the door.
Right. Okay. I think he's going to take a circuitous route back to the circuitous route back to the pillar. So yeah, around like that. 'Cause he's not keen on being shot, and we'll pick up his shield and prepare for the next round. You pick up his shield. If he's able to move a bit more, he'll move towards those boxes on that other side of the door.
What's his base movement rate?
55.
Yeah, easy. Oh, he's got to pick something up from the grounds. No, I'm going to say he gets to about there.
Well, he's probably leant against something, but anyway, that's fine. Yeah, okay. Then he will hold it there with his shield up, and ready with the deflections if necessary. But yeah, we'll worry about it next round.
Cool, lovely. And that is the end of the round. Initiative. Jada, you're first to act. Hello, Jada.
Right by me.
Hello. Sorry.
Hello?
Hello. Yep.
Is Eskel right by me? Where am I?
You-
Is Eskel standing next to me?
You're there. Askel's here.
Oh, he's way over there. Never mind. No, I'll just stay put.
Okay.
Keeping an eye out.
Sure thing. Job done. Yotto.
He's gonna prep
Okay.
and drop his hammer.
Prep and drop his hammer. Sure. Nicholas is next.
He'd like to attack the crossbowman again with Whistling, another bash thing.
Give me a roll.
Ooh, 89.
It's a good roll.
I'd rather have the crit. If it gets a crit.
Same result as last time.
7 and an A.
7 and an A. Yeah, roll the crit, please.
Oh, I'm gonna make that. 15.
15. Glancing blow. Your little ball. Where's my camera? Little ball of mad gravity smacks into him, but it's kind of a glancing shot. You do him another 3 hits.
Cool. And does he notice how far through and can he see how far through loading the crossbow he is? Was the crossbow loaded?
You don't know. 7. Hello, 7.
Keep doing that. Sorry. He's going to, with his shield up, he's going to ready deflections. He knows there's a chap in there with a crossbow. He's seen him crouched behind a box, so he knows roughly where he is. And so he's going to cast deflections on his shield if a bolt is released.
Okay.
Is that fair, right? Just before I do this.
Deflections is a 10% action, correct? Yes. Yes, it'll be instantaneous. Yes.
Yeah. So if that happens, obviously, that happens.
Yes. Yes.
And otherwise, he will move in to and hit the guy nearest the door.
Okay.
And can he go in and out like Askel did?
At a jog, you could. Yeah, no, you probably could do at a walk. What's that? No, you probably could at a walk. I mean, at a jog or a walk, it's about the same anyway. So yes, you can.
I mean, he might make that decision depending on if the crossbow is released, he may remain. If it's coming, he may not.
Okay.
You see what I mean?
Yep.
If that's acceptable, right? I can.
Yep. Sure.
All right. Okay.
Cool. So, in terms of the movements that you're using up,
Yeah.
and of your action,
Yeah.
would call it 17 to move.
Yep.
Yeah, call it 17 to move, and then you tell me how much percentage you're using to attack.
Well, that will depend on what's happening if the bolt is released, I guess. But if it is released, then he would use more.
Okay. So he moves in. He is not fired at with a bow.
In which case, he will plan to move back.
Okay. So
he will expend whatever he can on walloping that guy nearest the door, and then retreat back out.
So moving 17, moving 15.
He won't want to move quite as far back, just to the edge of the door.
Yeah.
You know.
I see. Just a sec. 32. So I'm going to say you've got by stepping up to attack and then stepping back, that would cost you 30%, 32% of your activity for the round. So you've is that right? Yes. So you've got 68 to do with as you will.
Okay, I'm going to use another 20 of that in case I need to parry.
Yes.
So that leaves me. Sorry, I'm losing.
48%. 48.
48. Okay,
Yep.
so 48 of my attack. Okay, I'll work that out.
Yeah, me wrong.
So, hang on, 48%.
Have you got a calculator yet, or are you still doing this on screen?
Still touching my crappy little floaty calendar.
When you come to my house for our game in 2 weekends' time, I'm giving you a calculator, Graham.
I get run into a $2 shop between now and then. 4. Splendid.
You're on a 4?
Yeah.
What's a fumble with a broadsword? What is a fumble with a broadsword? I think you might be alright. A 3. Good. Oh, you were so lucky.
It doesn't look like I'm going to do much. I'm on the way back out. Okay, so plus 73, and then I'm out of there.
4 plus 73 with a broadsword. He is parrying and he's using his shield. You don't even come close to touching him. You move out, round, and around the corner of the door.
All right. Did I notice that the guy with the crossbow?
You really were focused on your enemy, I'm afraid, and you didn't take up any time for a perception, so that's what you saw.
No. Yeah.
Next is who speaks Duyranaki here?
Jada, only to a level 2.
Okay.
Yotto to a level 2.
Anybody else?
At school level 7.
Okay.
Yep. Level 6.
Okay.
Severin.
So Yotto.
Nicholas as well.
Nicholas, what's your skill, Nicholas?
7.
Okay. You just hear, like, definitely there's been swearing going on inside. And someone else yells out inside, "Who the fuck are you? What do you want?" It's Duyranaki. I'd give anybody a chance to either respond, Severin, a couple of words. You've already acted. Someone that hasn't, you can respond to it on your turn. Askell, it is your turn next.
We got the timer on, guess.
Hello, Askell.
Askell would, obviously having heard who the fuck are you, just shout out, lay down your arms and surrender.
Why the fuck should we do that? You tried to kill us. Go away. Just leave us the fuck alone.
Hey, just say it again. Lay down your arms and surrender, and you won't get killed.
Okay. Anything else? You'd have. Okay. You'd have. All right. Tanya.
I think she would have heard that. So she will hold her action, opportunity action. Her action will be to fire. But having made that call, she's not about to break that offer.
Okay. Cool. And that is the end of the round. Initiative, Tanya, you've got a bow on the string, so you do get a bonus. An arrow on the string, I should say. Rolling initiative. Tanya, not surprisingly, you do get to act first. What are you doing?
No, she'll opportunity hold that action. She'll hold it and see how the round goes and as to whether she fires or not.
Okay. Jada?
Is this just opportunity action?
I'm sorry.
Did you say opportunity action or my turn?
Your turn. It's your turn.
Oh, okay. So if we go up a bit, see the door where I am, where we came in from?
The door you came in from is around here.
Yeah, I want to be sort of like going over there, watching that area. But so can I first sneak to the second pillar?
Yeah.
But the shield I've got, it's shield. It's only in front of me, so I need to sidestep so that nothing comes out of that door and kills me.
All right.
So I over to the pillar, and my next move, I'll just keep going towards that door. So just hiding behind that person.
Yep.
Out of line of fire from the door.
Yep. And moving down to where?
Oh, I can go all that way. Yeah, just against the corner, peeking, so I can just peek around the corner.
Okay.
Without getting hit by anything. Yeah.
Okay, sure.
Back a bit.
Sorry?
Just back a bit so nothing can hit me.
Okay.
My eyes poking out around that corner. Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks.
Okay. Done. Next. Is Askell.
Was there anything further response from those in the room?
Nothing.
Nothing further? He will just yell out again. Here's another warning. Lay down your weapons and come out. And there will be no further harm.
You close the door and back off and just leave us the fuck alone is the response.
That's the response. Can't do that. This is your last warning.
Okay. No further response.
Okay.
It's probably about 30% of your action. Anything else?
Nah.
Okay. Yotto is next.
Okay, so he's gonna cast Shock Bolt from his ring onto the character. Oh, I guess he can cast it onto any of them. There's no distance penalty, is there?
Currently, he can't see anybody.
Oh no, he'll need to take a single step around the door to fire it.
Yep.
But if he takes a single step around the door, he'll see the dude with the crossbow, right?
You don't know. But you're assuming you'll be able to step in and see people. Yes.
But he spent 25% of his action last time stepping in. Did he not see the crossbow person?
He was looking at the guy planning to murder him right in front of him. He
Yep.
might have seen someone behind a. He might have seen someone, perhaps.
He's gonna step around the door. If he can see the crossbow person, he'll unleash a shock bolt at him if the spell is successful, and if he can't, he'll shoot the dude closest to him.
Done. Steps around the door, and as he steps into the room, this guy attempts to hit Yotto with an axe.
So Chris, he's literally...
And the other guy behind him stabs Yotto with a spear. Or attempts to. So last time you were lucky with initiative, this time not, I'm afraid. What is Yotto's DB, please? 19 I have, which I think is right.
Great.
Cool. That is a 28 in an E slash from the hand axe. Rolling the E in the main chat. Exclamation mark R space D100. Oops. Exclamation mark R space D100. Cross your fingers, Yotto. Coming at you now. Oops. No, it didn't work because it was exclamation mark R space D100. This time it's coming at you. No, it's not. Why didn't that work? Because I'm typing it incorrectly. Third time lucky, Yotto. This is the luck. Third time's the charm. Oh, 22 and an E. Very lucky. So he slashes at you with his hand axe as you step into the room. You get cut along the side. It's not a serious wound. You're at -10. You're bleeding at 1 hit per round, and you take 3 hits. The guy behind him has a spear, a long weapon. Rules in the game are you can reach past with a long weapon and attack at a penalty. I'll just check what the penalty is. I think it's -10. Second line polearms can attack past the front rank at -10. So he's going to try to skewer you, Yotto, from behind his mate, but he's got a penalty to do so. And he just rolled a 90, Yotto. Got a -10 on that. That is another 20, not an E this time. It's 22 in a D. I'm rolling the D now. It's a 34 in the D. You wound for alongside of hip. You're stunned 1 round, Yotto, and you're taking 2 hits per round.
Cool.
So you step in. You have 50% action Because you're now stunned, what do you do with your slightly less, call it 50% action? What do you do?
Well, he'll fire a shot bolt at their front guy.
Casting a shot bolt is a 75% action.
And he'll step back out of the way.
Okay. Back to...
Yeah, back to where he was, Chris.
Okay.
So, Chris, so clear where the enemy are. So, so Lotto didn't step in the room there. He said he peeked around the corner to fire. So, have they moved out of the room?
No, Yotto said he stepped in to fire.
It's not actually technically true, Chris, but it's probably...
No, not what I heard, no.
Oh, really?
He doesn't need to step into the room to fire. He's just going to step across the door so he could hit them. But it doesn't matter. I'm happy with what's happened. It's fine.
Oh, I misheard. I thought you stepped in and were firing at point blank range.
Totally fine, Chris. It's totally fine.
Okay. Oh, sorry. My mistake. My error. I thought you'd moved in here to attack.
Totally fine.
Cool. All right. Next up. Nicholas.
Rinse and repeat for him.
Okay.
Dash on the crossbow guy, please. About 54.
Okay.
From behind.
Yep. Exactly the same result.
7 to an A.
Yep. Give me a roll, please.
Okay. $97.
97. Whistling, you smack this guy straight into the head. He collapses on the ground. And you do him another 20 hits. He's on the ground.
Thank you.
Wallop.
Nicholas will say crossbow down.
Okay.
Thanks.
Severin. Hello, Severin.
Great, yes, he'll pile in.
Okay.
So he'll shield up. I mean, his crossbow's down. I mean, if there if there is another attack from somewhere, he doesn't think there is another missile in there, but he could do deflections. But unlikely. He'll go in and he'll wallop the guy. Now he's acting at the end of the round. If I do an 80-20, does that get carried over to the next round? No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
No, so I may as well go all in.
Okay.
Yeah, he'll wallop that guy nearest.
Cool. Give me a roll, please.
1.
That is a fumble with a sword. Give me a roll, please.
25.
Severin, you step into the room, and you drop your sword. It'll take you one round to draw a new one, or 2 rounds to recover the old one.
I'll just walk back the way I came.
Okay. Okay, your sword is lying at this guy's feet, and you come out again.
Bloody hell.
That is the end of the round. Again, I know I'm not going to labour the point too much, Giles, but I do owe you an apology there. I misheard. Really sorry, mate. Initiative. Tanya, you still have the initiative because you haven't fired.
Yeah, she'll walk in. Well, doesn't need to walk in. I guess she just wants to get a shot on somebody, so she doesn't want to go within stabby distance. She wants to get close enough that she can fire and retreat, but not actually walk in the door.
That was yeah, I don't know. That's kind of my point with Yotto, that you know, we're talking here about a distance of, so there's no one behind the boxes that she can see because he's collapsed, courtesy of Nicholas. These guys here are pressed up against the wall because they're not stupid or they're not standing out in the open like this. So her only way to find a target is to somehow move, or the same as Yotto, which was, and that was kind of why I was so convinced that Yotto was going to get hit, because we're talking a distance of, you know, you could almost lean over. We're talking six foot. Maybe not quite. I mean, it is literally point blank range. You'd kind of have to lean around the door, and I think even if... So maybe my comment to Yotto probably stands. I mean, even though I thought Yotto moved into the room, even just reaching around the corner, he's literally at the other side of the door, waiting with a sharp object. So she could lean in, but she would probably open up herself to be hit.
No point. Okay, well, she'll just hold then.
Mm-hmm.
She will position herself so she's straight onto the door, so that if anybody, well, no, she'll go back to that pillar and just the pillar she was at previously, take an identical position for the next round. Just hold.
Done. Jada, can you please make a roll, Jada?
$29.
Okay. And I'm just going to check something. You're now 8th level? No, yeah, 8th level.
Yeah.
Just coming. Okay. Cool. Jada, could you join me in chat room 1, please? Hello.
Hi.
Hi there. So, Jada, there's yelling and screaming and general confusion behind you. But, you hear something. Over the top, or under the noise of the fighting behind you. What you hear is footsteps. Very, very large footsteps. And there's a pause, and then this door slowly begins to open. What do you do?
Oh, I can't see.
Oh, no, you can't. Sorry. Sorry. So you're here.
Yeah.
The combat is behind you, over here. And as you're standing there, the noise is definitely that way, but you're looking out and listening out in this direction. And you...
Oh, is the noise coming from behind me?
Yeah, I'm just going to describe it.
Oh.
So you hear the sounds of footsteps coming down here. You only catch them about here, and just as they get to there, you see the beginning of this door opening.
Okay.
What do you do?
Shout out to the others. Something big coming.
Okay.
Is that about 100 meters? I'm terrible with distance. From there to the door? No. It's more like 20?
That's 42 foot from you to the
42.
door.
Okay, I might just yell out something big coming 40 feet away.
Okay. Anything that's about a 10% action for you. Anything? Call it a 15% action with your remaining 85%.
Yeah, I think I'll go back to where I was before because I don't want to be the one at the front of whatever's coming. So back around the corner, if I can go that far.
Yep. And where do you go?
As far away behind that person you can see at the very back there, around that corner. Oh, wait.
There?
It's not a dead end, is it? Just back a bit, not around the corner, sorry, just on the edge. Because I've just realised there is a corner there, so I don't want something coming around there at me.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
just there.
All right. Cool.
And I'll my core staff ready.
Okay, sure. Coming back into the game, see you in a sec.
Yeah.
Really useless.
So sometimes the rolls just aren't with you, I reckon.
All right.
No.
Hi guys, we're back. Just coming. Jada, can you please describe what you do and what you say and do, please?
Okay, so while I was listening out, I could hear something coming along a corridor and opening a door, and the footsteps sound huge. So I've quickly run back to where I was before because I didn't want to be like there when it came towards me. But there's something big coming. One thing big through a door that's 40 feet away, if you can remember back out where we came from.
Right, defensive positions then.
Mm-hmm.
Are we still in rounds?
We are still absolutely in rounds. So that was Jada's action. Next person to act is Yotto.
He is going to... He's gonna... what is he gonna do? He's gonna prep.
He's gonna prep. Okay. Anything else? Oh, you can't. That's a 90% action, I should say. Okay. Just a second. Just 1 second, folks. There we go. Okay, cool. Very good. Next up. A different voice this time from inside, which is, just leave us the hell alone. We should be quiet. No noise, you fools! You fools! up is Nicholas.
Nicholas will move. Yeah, he'll move up to the door past Severin and say, and as he goes past him, say, "Do you want to get your sword?"
I don't know. It would take too long.
Right.
Yes.
So yeah, Nicholas will go and slam the door shut.
Okay. That door is now shut.
And if he's got any more movement, he'll move back to back's behind Severin. Always behind Severin.
Very good. Excellent. Askell.
Right. So he would have seen that the doors slam shut, or heard it slam shut at least, if he wasn't looking at it.
Yeah, I'm assuming he's looking at it.
Yeah. And he heard what Jada said. She obviously called out.
Sure.
I think Askell would like to do his snapcast, his shield spell.
Sure thing. Give me a roll.
He's got to do transcend armor first.
Yeah, give me a roll.
Yes.
Thank you for remembering that and your honesty, Askell.
Now I've got this stuff back on, armor back on. Alright, first roll is a 7.
7. That does not work. So you now have to cast your spell with a penalty of negative. Just coming. Where is it? Pete, see if you can beat me to it. No, I think I've got it. Armor type 10, negative 30 to this roll.
Yeah. And he's got a plus 63.
He rolled plus 63?
No, he rolled a 7, but he's got plus 63.
Yep, 63 plus 7. Yep, so not 101. So that was definitely a failure.
Okay.
So the roll for the spell, please. If he is, you do get the choice. You don't have to roll the spell if you choose not to.
No, he'll hold.
Okay.
Shake it off and have another crack next round.
Okay. Sure thing. Severin, you're next.
He'd like to draw his other broadsword, which is on his back.
Okay. Done.
And we'll take up a position behind that. Come forward to that pillar. And take a position with it, some cover. Because he's not going to attack this round, so he's going to have a little peek and keep an eye on what's coming around that corner.
Okay, just a second. So for a start, the bloodthirsty sound effects stop, because there's a door between you and your companions, your foes. Okay, and he stands there. Cool. Okay, next. You guys all hear the following. Exactly that. And then slow, deliberate, heavy footsteps. Clank of metal, very slow, not hurried. And then it stops. very big, very heavy, very metal. That is the end of the round. Initiative, next round. Tanya, you still have an arrow on the string, so you do get plus 50. Rolling initiative. Tanya, you get to act first.
Okay, she'll train her bow on that corner.
Mm-hmm.
And if whatever that is comes round, then she'll have a shot at it.
Sure.
She'll hold there.
Done. Cool. GM's just going to actually, just a second. GM is just going to take a 2-second break. Before he does, he's going to do this. And then I'm going to just quickly grab a very quick breather for a sec. Cool. Oops. Ugh. Lovely. All right. We'll go full screen. Back in a second.
Worth mentioning, obviously, that the I know there are webs down that other passage, but obviously it is possible, if on the other side, to go around the other side. Jada, I don't know if you wanted to investigate that or.
Clear the escape route.
Yeah, exactly. If you wanted to cut some webs.
So
Loops
round the back of,
Yeah.
the back of, yeah.
I accidentally saw. I thought it was a dead end, but it just loops around in a big circle. So he might come
does.
down that way.
Maybe that's why it might be worth keeping an eye out. But there are webs down there. But maybe if you're not going to attack, that might be something to do.
I've only got a slingshot, but try
The
for an eye.
slingshot's good. They can do a good deal of damage. A slingshot.
Give it a go.
They
Yeah,
can.
and,
They're actually not. I know they don't. It sounds a bit David and Goliath, but actually they can. They can really do some damage if you get the angle.
Give it a go.
Or you mean the crit? If you get the crit.
Yeah.
And the spider webs, just cut them with my dagger. Is that the best way?
I just rather like make sure he's not coming out that way more than anything. But it'll take you ages to do the webs. The sling might be more useful.
All right. That was Tanya.
Yeah.
With an opportunity action. Next is Jada. Jada, you're here. What are you doing, please?
Okay, so see behind me, back where I was hiding before.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go around there and get my slingshot out, aimed at sort of like eye level, waiting for something to come around that corner.
Okay, it'll take you around to get out your sling, and I think 50% to load it.
Okay,
Okay, so you head around the corner. I'll move you in a sec.
just peeking, just a slingshot.
Yep. It's a sling, not a slingshot. You know the difference?
No,
So,
but okay.
Sling is.
Oh, you're kidding! And I just let the whole thing go, so I've got one shot. I can't reload.
No,
No, the shot.
No, it's a sling. So you put a.
Put something in it.
Have a look online. Have a look at sling rather than slingshot. Definitely different.
Right.
Definitely different. Think David and Goliath. Next is okay. So again, you hear large, heavy metal footsteps, and around the corner looms this, not that.
Just got very big boots. Oh, that. Can we have the other one? I prefer the other one.
Same here.
It
He walks.
Look at his sword.
stands.
He walks very dainty.
It stands about 14 foot tall. The ceilings here are probably about 20 foot tall. It not quite touched the ceiling, but it's very big. The sword is colossal. It's using it one-handed, but it's easily a two-handed sword. Its eyes gleam exactly as you see in the image, and it does have this strange glowing thing on its wrist that you can see. And it turns the corner. And stops. And its head swivels. This way, and that way, and this way, and that way, just taking in the scene and surveying all of you. It is in absolutely no hurry. Next to act is Yotto.
He's going to cast plotting 1 on himself. Plotting? Cut repair 1, sorry.
Mm-hmm. Go for it. Do you need to prepare the spell?
I do. I prepared 1 round last turn and I just rolled a 77.
77, fine. Spell goes off, what happens?
Basically it stops me bleeding, so I stop losing all my hit points, and
Yep.
in a round it's done, right? So it's not one of these ones that runs out, so it's permanent after 1 round.
Done. Cool.
So that's a bonus.
Cool. And also as a bonus, because I misheard, please mark down 500 XP for the GM's hard hearing. But you did get some tasty, very tasty XP out of that. I think that was your first E critical, which will be a lot. Cool. Next up is Askell. Askell, you're standing right there, and this thing has just walked around the corner.
I think Askell would like to reverse up around the pillar again, and probably whisper to Tanya as he goes around, like, we should probably get cover.
Cool. Tanya, you, by the way, have the ability to act if you wish. You had your bow trained on that corner, so I should have said you could have fired, of course, if you want to fire.
I mean, the chance of it leaving us alone seems slim. I think she'll take an opportunity action and make a decision at the end of the round.
Okay.
Yeah, I think she'll see what happens in this round. I think, and take that shot if it starts coming towards us.
Okay, sure. Done. Nicholas.
Sorry, Nicholas will prepare and take an opportunity action of running.
Okay.
No, he'll take an opportunity action to respond to what everyone else is doing, but he'll prepare for a start.
Sure.
Yeah.
Severin.
Severin will call, try and sort of get Yotto and call to Yotto and Askell to him, so they can at least three of them. If that thing attacks, the three of them can attack it at the same time, and suggest that basically communicate with them. If that thing comes at us, we all have to attack it together. It's the only way we're going to defeat it.
Plan.
We're not running. We can't run. We've got nowhere to go. We've got webs around the other side. And opportunity at action to attack should it run forward.
Cool. So I know, Severin, you're crouching behind this pillar. It is getting a little bit crowded there. Askell's there as well, and is Tanya trying to get in there as well?
Yeah, I mean, she's more out in the open, I guess, because she's got an arrow on a string.
Okay.
But yeah, I think Severin's getting ready to attack. He would try a adrenal strength maneuver this round.
Okay.
Which takes 20% of his action, and save it for the next round, assuming that as an attack round it may not be.
Okay, cool. Done. So this thing has been. It sounded like it didn't walk far, and it's spent just while you've been acting. Some time just looking around, and then it's.
Sorry, Chris, can I just say it's 10, just in case you.
Oh, sorry. Yep, we'll just get to the. We'll just do this one action, and then we're done. It raises its hand, its left hand, and there's this kajunk message. This kajunk noise, and this. Probably Yotto, you'd get to see it best. Maybe Severin, you would too. And Tanya, well, you see it coming right at you. The spinning piece of circular metal rockets out of that circular thing on its hand, straight at your archer.
Brilliant. Does she get partial cover? Boxes?
A little bit of cover. Yep. DB of 7 as well.
Oh, sorry, I've been turfed out of my room because Brandon's gone to bed, so I've got my sheets in front of me now. Hang on.
Pretty sure that's it. In fact, I'm almost positive it is.
Right.
Regret to say that's 23 and an ES. Rolling the critical is a 9. Unbalanced foe, 5 hits. You have the initiative next round. Very lucky, Tanya, but that was a very juicy E-critical. And that, folks, is where we're going to leave it for this session.
Sorry, it was 23 and an E, did you say?
23 and an E.
Right. Righto.
Oh, yeah.
Join us again on Sunday and see what happens.
Been in the making for a while.
Yes.
I think there might be some dying happening on Sunday. now. If I can't play on Sunday, my character can't die.
My God, in Giottoan.
Human shield.
Mm-hmm.
Or half our shield.
Oh dear, what a terrible day.
Wonder if it can be put to sleep.